So presentation skills, we are in the first day. And any idea about the subject, the presentation skills? Presentation skills is a subject that you learn by doing, and this is very different from the other subjects that you learn at the university. So you need to present yourself and practice presentation skills during the lecture. So uh, it's better if it is possible to interact more with the lecture, so you can switch on your videos and unmute yourself. So it will be easy for you to grab things, because this is not a subject that you uh, study by yourself. This is a subject which you need to present more, and then only your presentation skills will be improved. So let's move on, and I'll be asking some questions time to time. So what is a skill? What do you mean by a skill? Any answer? I can see some names. Isuru, Nimisha, Avishka. Anyone? At least you can try in the chat using a chat feature. What do you mean by a skill? You don't want to give the perfect answer, but you can think and just type the answer, or you can unmute. Okay, I received one answer. The expertise, task, or qualities. And another student says talent needed in order to do a task. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, let's move. So this is the defined answer, the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. So in this subject, you will learn to know how to effectively and readily to execute your presentation skills. So therefore, this is not a paper-based subject. Even for the exam, there's no paper-based test, but you need to do a presentation. This subject will go through presentations. So what is a presentation? Maybe you have done this presentations before. What do you mean by presentation? Any answer? A presentation? A presentation is a means of communication that can be adapted to various speaking situations. So that's the definition of presentation. And there are various speaking situations. Maybe you will have gone through those various types of speaking situations. Can you just share your experience? What are the various speaking situations that you have gone through so far? Haven't you get an opportunity to speak at anywhere before? Yes, working place interview. I received an answer, so I'm just reading. And maybe you, when you send an answer, you can send it to all, so all can read that. So uh, public speaking, yes. So there are presentations, oral exams, interviews, there are many speaking situations. Yes, introducing others, and even at a wedding, at a funeral, even in the bus, train, and when you meet the doctor, all those are speaking situations, isn't it? So that means you can't avoid presentations, because every speaking situation is a presentation. And therefore, this is a lifetime subject which you are learning here. So you need to learn the techniques and most importantly, practice those. Now, how to be a good presenter? How to do a good presentation? So before answering that, let me ask this. Uh, how to be a good batsman? Maybe you all are watching cricket matches. So even these days, there's a tournament with Australia. So how to be a good batsman? No answer. How to be a good student at least? So if you want to be a good batsman, then you need to learn the techniques. And similarly, uh, if you want to be a good presenter, you need to learn the techniques. So that's what we are learning during the lecture. And also, we need to know how to apply those techniques. And also, we need to practice. So similarly, if someone wants to be a good batsman, he should apply the techniques and practice. And similarly, to be a good presenter, we need to apply the techniques and practice. Practicing is very important in presentations. And therefore, don't miss a single opportunity here which you are getting during the class. And you can keep practicing even at home after these lessons. Because then only you will be able to be a good presenter and also to have a good grade for this subject. Now, why presentation skills are important? Is it important? Presentation skills? Mm, why presentation skills are important? Any idea? One student say to express information, yes. Motivate others. We will giving a point in somewhere we have know about how to deliver our point. Okay. Share the information to maintain communication. Yes. Okay. Present a new idea. So you all think this subject is important. The first reason is for individual success. For interviews, when you present uh, in front of your uh, board of directors, when you get a job, and there may be instances that you need to speak to your employees, and you will have to train your subordinates, and you may need to present to media and, and panel discussions. So, in order to present well, uh, you need to have good presentation skills, and that helps you to for your individual success. Even let's say you are going abroad maybe for studies or for work. There's an exam called IELTS. Most of you all may know. Even that IELTS exam, there's a speaking test. So you need to answer for questions by another person. So if you have good presentation skills, it will be helpful for you to answer them. The second reason is for business success. When you are starting a business, you need to present your business idea to an investor. And you need to present your ideas to your staff, clients, partners. Even if you're going to take a loan from the bank, you need to present your idea well to the bank. Otherwise, they won't give you a loan. And you need to express your ideas to public. So then only people will believe your vision. So it helps for business success as well. And the third point, to improve time management. If you're a good presenter, you won't take hours to convey a message. So we have seen some presentations, some presenters, they were taking a long time to speak something. But if you are an effective presenter, you need to know to convey your message effectively to the audience. And the fourth point, to connect with people. People want to work with people who are confident, engaging, and interesting. So you need to have good presentation skills to connect with people. To improve your leadership skills. If you want to be a good leader, you have to be a good communicator, because you need to present your ideas to your team. Means you need to be a good presenter. So those are this is why presentation skills are important. And you can see there's a survey which was done by Forbes, and it says 70% of people believe that presentation skills are critical for career success. Now, what are the challenges for presentation skills? As you think to become a good presenter, what are the challenges? Maybe you have done some presentations. What are the challenges that you have faced or experienced as a presenter in your presenting? So you don't have any challenges 2% as a percentage. It's good if you think that there's no challenge, but let me ask whether you have these challenges. English language. Just type yes or raise your hand if you think that English language is a challenge for you. Yeah, Rashmika and Malshani think that English language is a challenge. And who else? It's good if English language is not a challenge for you. But let me tell you a story. Do you know her? This lady? Anyone? She is a Chinese girl, and 10 years ago she was trying to explain about the China grateful to a foreigner when she meets a foreigner at the China Great Wall. But most of the Chinese can't speak a different language, so she was unable to express her ideas because of her poor knowledge in English. But she determined to learn English that day, and she learned English after 8 years time, and then she was contesting for the international speech contest, and she won the second place few years ago in the international speech contest. So the moral of the story is, as Sri Lankans, we study English from grade 1 to grade 13, and even at the university we study English, but some may think that English language is a barrier, Actually, it's not, if you have that will to study, you can learn English well and you can be a good presenter, because as we have already learned this subject for like more than 13 years, we can, if we determine to study it well, then we can master it. And second thing, fear of public speaking. Raise your hand those who are afraid to speak in public. You can just type yes, whether you think you are afraid to speak in public. Means if I invite someone to speak, and will he or she be able to speak for some time? So nobody is afraid to speak in public here, and that's good. So nobody think maybe you're not afraid of public speaking, but let me tell you a story of a boy who was afraid in public. I hope I'm audible, right? So, so once upon a time, there's a small boy, and one day he went to school, and there was an announcement. It was about selections for a debating team. So this boy went with his friends, and he entered from this room, as you can see. So it was a jam-packed room. Means there are so many students in the room, and they were looking at him very strangely. So there were some topics on the table, and he has got to pick one and speak about that topic. So the topic he received was Parrot speaks. Now just imagine if it is you. So you are going in front of a large audience like this for the first time in your life. Are you afraid after seeing such a big unknown audience? Yes or no? If it is no, that's good. But any good presenter will get some anxiety in front of an unknown stage. So it's a very common thing for any presenter. But good presenters know how to tackle with that anxiety and present well. So that's the difference between a good presenter and a bad presenter. But this child has had another problem. And he was a stammering child. Now, by being a stammering child, how could he speak like a parrot? He kept that chit and ran away from that room. And that day he thought public speaking was not for him. So therefore he never spoke in public during his school days. And later on he got selected to a university and he holds some leadership positions. But he managed not to speak in public. After the university life, he went to many interviews and he had all the required educational qualifications, but due to lack of communication skills, he was rejected. Somehow he joined with a club which helps to improve communication and leadership skills in a friendly environment. So he started to practice his speeches in front of that friendly audience. And one day he received an invitation from his school. It was to deliver a keynote speech. When he went there, he realized that he had to deliver that keynote speech at the same room where he refused to speak in public when he was a kid. So later he became an international speaker and he achieved many awards. So this is the situation. Have you seen him? This person, anyone? This person is Mohammad Khatani, who won the World Championship of Public Speaking in 2015. This person also had that stuttering challenge, but by practicing him to speak in front of unknown audience, he has overcome it, and he also defeated 33,000 competitors all around the world and became the world champion in 2015. And not only him, there's another famous person who defeated the same challenge. You know this person? He is the president of America, Joe Biden. And he had this same challenge when he was a kid. So those are some examples to I wanted to share with you all that how people have overcome by defeating that challenge. So there's so those are not the reasons for you to be afraid of public speaking or presentation skills. So this is a quote by Joe Biden, how he worked to overcome his speaking challenge. And now we need to do a small exercise. As I told you, that the presentation skills is a subject that which comes with many exercises. And since we have 48 students, let me group you all to different groups randomly. And what you need to do is you need to introduce yourself to your team members. But also you need to be creative and maybe it's not only about your name and what you study. You need to it's good if you can try to introduce yourself in a creative way. And this will be an assignment for you all as well, but before that, you can practice this, and later we can do it as an assignment. So I'll create the 6 groups randomly, and you will be fallen into one group, and you can start to introduce yourself in a creative way. I hope the activity which you need to do is clear. Any questions? So there will be 6 breakout rooms, and what you need to do is you need to present yourself to the audience, to your friends. And there will be 6 to 7 participants in one room. So take this chance effectively and use your time and engage with these activities effectively if you want to be a good presenter. So let me create the breakout rooms. So you can join the breakout rooms and all the students have come back. And I'm not sure how many of you got that benefit to introduce yourselves. Just anyone who would like to do it here, I can give the chance. If you want to practice it. Anyone who would like to introduce himself or herself? And this will be an assignment as well. So anyway, you will have to do it if you want a good grade for this subject. And not only for the grade, actually, if you want to become good in presenting, you need to improve your presentation skills. Therefore, each and every activity is important for you to improve your skills. Is there anyone? If not, we can wind up for today. So the thing that I want to share with you all is this is a subject which students speak more than the lecturer, and also this is a very demanding course. If you go and search in the internet, this is presentation skills. It's a very demanding subject, and it's a good opportunity for you all to have this subject, because when we are studying at our universities, we didn't get a subject like this. So it's a good opportunity for you all, and I hope all the students will get the maximum benefit of this course. And this is not like your technical subjects. In faculty, you will learn more about the technical knowledge, but you all need to have presentation skills to present what you all learn. So that's why presentation skills subject is there. And actually, this is not a subject, and this is a lifelong learning. So presentation skills are required for individual success. After your studies, you will be getting a job in the job market, and you may need to go through certain interviews. If you don't have the presentation skills to present yourself, it will be difficult for you to get the job even. So that's why this subject is important, and I hope you all get the maximum benefit from this. So that's all for today, and see you all in this Thursday. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.